Hey, it's me, Ustra again, and we are back into Justice for All, last case. And we're about to waste more time in court. I'm not sure how long this will take us, but I feel like there is nothing we can talk about now. So, to sum up the story real quick. We know everything. We know that there is an assassin. The assassin was like paid from, or the client of the assassin is our defendant, so he is guilty, we know that. And he has Maya as a hostage, and we want her back, I guess. But on the same, I don't know anymore. This case is like not for me, but it's okay because all the other cases were good so far, so let's just keep pushing. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we had discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. Okay. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself, it is a fake. Okay. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this is not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do more detailed analysis, however, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim. Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida. Oh well, it looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Engard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Engard could not have known that, and so this fact remains unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. The theory that Engard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Present evidence. I guess we could present that he has like cameras everywhere, so he knows about this maybe? The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engard to not have known it was fake. Camera? What is this? What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Engard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? Ah, that's true. If that were true, the judge, I don't know how old the judge is, then this means Mr. Engard would have known that the victim had forged the note. This is true, though. So the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Engard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Engard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Engard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? I mean... Order! Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured... Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can prove Mr. Engard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there, Your Honor. The prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering. This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? It is Mr. Engard. Yeah? Come on, who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelly the killer. What? Oh, Mr. the killer. What? Wait, Shelly the killer? How can we summon him to court? You mean the killer, I mean the assassin? Hey, David. Boom, boom, boom to you too. Happy boom, boom. Yes, Your Honor. Just coming here to the witness stand. You were thinking? Yeah, I try not to think in this case anymore. Like, it's over for me. But I hope you have a Merry Christmas and hope your kids got nice presents and they're like, I don't know, it must be like early for you now, so I hope kids are like playing with new toys and like, I don't know, are loud. I hope kids are loud today because today is the day for excitement and loud. If he was such a professional assassin, why did he talk with his high client in a public location? Huh. Good question. Good question. He's not that professional after all. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a matter of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I asked for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright. Yes? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well then, the prosecution calls a witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? No, what? No then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. What? What? Is this the transmitter I have? What? Like, what? What is this bullshit? What? Whoa, stop right here, right now. So, let me get this straight for a second. Is this a rule? Is this a trick from Edgeworth? Is there no Is it not the killer on the other side of the radio? Because why would the freaking killer like agree to this? Like at all? Like what is going? What if this is the real killer? I'm like, excuse me? Very good, sir. My name is Shelly the Killer. I am a professional assassin. Yeah, you know. The thing that you say in court, right? Like, there's nothing wrong in you know, it's nothing is wrong in this profession, I guess. I say, what is going on here, Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. But what? Oh, okay. So as long as we do not trace its source, how can he know if we do that or not? Did I promise? Did I say, oh yeah, we will not like go after you? You know, you murdered like 1 million people. Maybe not. It's okay, dude. We're like totally cool with that. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. No, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Yeah, this is true. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelly the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. Oh, Maya. I'm so hungry. Hiya. A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. I guess, yes. This is very yes. This is more bad than before now, because now we have like this radio and he can like now know if the trial is against the client or not. Uh-oh. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances. I don't know the circumstances right now because, you know, but yes. Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client... At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is that correct? Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Yes. Shelly the Killer. What is he going to say? I don't know. Good day. How are you? I'm fine. Hey. About the you know, the best way to like stab a good portion of meat is, I don't know, from head to toe. I have no idea. Yes, let's talk about this. About my client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name of my client. This is it? Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seemed to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, your honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He's not hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about his trust between his client and himself thing? He does seem to be like a bit of a two-faced assassin. Yeah, I guess. It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the radio? Oh, no. Actually, no. Huh. Yes, Your Honor. There is no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Yeah, I'm super cool and collected about this case. I guess. About my client. You can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's... I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this. This is something I must state first. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and effective manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, this would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has even been accused of murder. I must preserve the Dracula name, so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough, please, no more. Very well. It was only hypothetical? Anyway. Oh. Go. Sorry that I'm so slow here, but I suffer from severe brain damage from this case. I am truly sorry about that. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescripted role. Prescribed role? The role. This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. What? And this is a three pass that cannot be forgiven. A trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. Yeah, watch yourself, dude. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I... Okay. We understand. So please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. I won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that's coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patient. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. Is it? Is it important? Is it important? Can we do this on court? can we do like a assassin on court? And he's like, yeah, I'm killed people. I killed lots of people. But you know, we're not here because I'm like, you know, I can't get guilty, you know, because I this is my profession, you know, this is my, I make money out of this. You can't blame me on this. Pfft, no. What is this? He seems very steadfast and closed. So you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. What? So the trust between you and your client. You said that your client had already broken the rules, sorry. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. My luck. An assassin with a consistency. Consistence? And science? Who would figure it? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. No! No! If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I'm here. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adriana Andrews. Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adriana Andrews. Samus doesn't need to hire assassins to kill people. Yeah, this is true too. This is, like, I mean... What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back. I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name, Mad and God, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. Shelly the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Met and God, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Oh, wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can't actually win this. Why are we... Why? No, I don't want to win this. To win is like framing the guilt on someone who is not guilty in this point, I guess. No, what do you mean win? This is not a win. Yeah. What do you, yeah? There's not no. You know yeah on me now. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there's the possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Met and God is innocent. Is it a good thing now? I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue the discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Andre Andrews in immediately. Do we have to do this? What now? With the way this is going, and God will be found innocent. But you just said we win. So winning is not good anymore, but a second ago winning was good. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Oh, it's about Maya now. You know, God damn it. Story, please. Give yourself a pinch and please wake up and do one line of like, you know, reasoning right now. This is like, this makes me crazy. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And God, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Deep breath, deep calm breath. Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Billy the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen everyone, please. The testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been fake. But that man, Matt, he is the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. The testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that is not true. Although, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife is back. The knife is back. I knew. We can't get rid of knife. Again, everyone right now who believes in knives, you're wrong. There are no such things as knives in this world. This is only a video game. There is no knife in real life. It's too dangerous. See what a knife can do? It's too dangerous to be a real thing. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste impacts was a large part of your life. We wanted to... Oh my god. Stop! Please! Stop! Stop accusing her, please! This is like, this makes me sad. The storytelling makes me sad. I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead. I know. Mr. Wright. Help her, goddammit! You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Yeah! Oh my god, help this lady! Oh my... I'm gonna cry. I'm about to cry right now. Yes, I know the truth. Good! Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinion. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya, or do I throw this case away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? This is the wrong thinking. This is the wrong thinking. It's not about request a verdict or arrest the trial to continue. It is to save an innocent person here. God damn it! This makes me sad. Where is the clever writing from all the other cases before? Did they forgot how to make like something interesting or like consistent? Oh, I'm crying. This is so bad. This is so bad. The poor person, dude. Even if she's not real, like, I feel for her so bad. Yes, she tampered with evidence. Yes, she's guilty of that. Fuck it. Oh my god, but she's like so much in pain that she didn't do it. And every time I'm blaming her and I pull her back into this. But I know that she doesn't do it. And now the killer is doing the same thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, we should do this. What? Oh my god, I'm so sorry for this person. This is not a good case at all. The writing is sloppy as fuck. Oh. Phoenix. Can't do it, Mia. Can't accept the not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Medengard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. You lawyer? Yeah. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Engard. Oh, yeah. Now we talking about this? But you blamed her before. I mean, not in the first days, obviously, because, you know, we didn't know what we know now, but with everything we know before this trial day, we know that she was not the killer, and we're like, oh, maybe Miss Andrews was the killer, haha. Like, oh my god, like, oh, I'm such a bad person, like, for real. This makes, like, Phoenix so shady, and this makes him such a bad character for me. Oh my god, like, ugh. The whole game was so clever up to this case, and now they forgot how to, like, do everything. Like, this is so bad. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten and got convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? Never thought about it until now. Trust him? Yes, you do. Yeah, I wish they would do this. Yeah, they prolong this, and while doing trial, like, everything happens in the background, and search for Maya and all that. But, you know, this is like, I guess, I talked about this yesterday and I was afraid for this. Now he's like, oh my god, I trust Edgeworth, and it's not about the frickin' verdict, it's about to find the truth on court. Yeah, we knew that yesterday and the day before that, so why are we prolonging this like this? Why do we prolong? Oh, these are sweethearts. These are sweethearts. Oh, why we do prolonging this in a way like this? Again, the message is okay, but not how the, like, story is told around it. It pains me from a point that I've, like, again, like, watched so many Detective Conan things and had all these other awesome cases in this game. It pains me. If this would be the first trial in the game, I would not mind it. I would be like, okay, let's see where this is going, okay? And oh yeah, you get this message that you get a game over in your first trial, but you get the sense of finding the truth in court. And maybe then you like, everything in your... And then, get the non-guilty verdict and get to the truth in all the other cases. But this is like in the middle of something where we told Edgeworth every time, no, it's not about the freaking guilty verdict, it's about finding the truth. We are now struggling with this? What? Like, what? No, we should not like struggle, because we taught Edgeworth exactly this message. So why are we struggling right now? This is not good. This is... I can't get over the fact that this is so sloppy. Ooh. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. I'm hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright. Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Oh, yeah, What a heroic moment, right? There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrived here, in the very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Yeah, Christmas miracle! This case will be done. Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. By the way, Your Honor, has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About... Miracle! Yeah. I know why nobody is around to watch me like doing this case live. I have the feeling like I was not the kindest person to this. I was a real person, and every time I have a concern about something, I tend to talk about this concern, and I feel like I was very fair to the game, but I told you about my fears and which direction this will go, and it exactly hits the spot. I predicted the freaking serial killer. I predicted this whole shit. It's like so bad written, and yeah, I can feel like, and again, it's like Christmas. Nobody's around here, they are, but at the same time, they're not. So yeah, maybe people will come back, or maybe people will never come back because I spoke up with my feelings about something. And I can't like hide my feelings about something so obvious like this. I'm sorry to everyone who will never come back here again because I told about the thing that bothers me so much. But I played so many games, like, hate it. All needed from me was the name of the client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually we would like to hear everything you know about this case. This is how things are usually done. What's he talking about, usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? The killer. If you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. Your legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? No. About my client, part 2. Your legal people, yes. Again, I'm truly sorry. Nobody will hear this, but I'm truly sorry, but... I don't know what I should do in like a situation like this. Should I like swallow all my freaking like concerns and feelings about this? Is this better for you guys? I feel like it would be not a better experience. It would be like, I would like say basically nothing, and I will not point out the good parts, and I will not point out any parts, because I just like, I don't know, I feel like I am in my first Star Tropics playthrough again. Just shut up and endure it until the pain is gone. And this is not a thing you should do. And I should like, I know I should grow from this situation like this, but I feel not like I'm doing something wrong here, because again, I enjoy the game, but I don't enjoy this story. As I have already stated quite a few times, Andrea Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Andrea Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appealing is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is the most unexpected turn of events for the 5th time now. However, yeah, the judge isn't my only friend. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here, huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you this testimony, then you'll expose the lies in that also beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. No! Stop with this! Stop it! Please, just shut up, Phoenix! Shut up and take the pill! I have to do this too, so... As you have already stated quite a few times, yeah. Okay, let's save and push everything. Again, I don't know why we're doing this, but let's go. Very interesting gameplay right now. Very interesting storytelling. Oh, what will go? Okay, here's the next prediction. What will happen? Oh, they are trying to following the signal. Oh, they are trying to get the killer. Oh, they are trying to get Maya out. Oh, and when this happens, the killer and Mr. Engard getting guilty and everything is fine. Oh wow. This will happen, by the way, so... What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, I might raise suspicion on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hitch. Yes. How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney, huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No, I don't... Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me? You want me dead? Don't you? What? Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You're hereby declared guilty? Witness, let's continue. Okay. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? You guilty? One thing is simple. One thing I simply cannot overlook. Okay, let's go. I would think that most people won't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty part. That goes without saying, Mr. That goes without... So, Because this sentence will not be questioned by this. If this sentence get not questioned by the judge, we have established a state where when you have the occupation of being an assassin, you are never guilty of murdering. This is what this question is about now. Okay. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilty on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Okay, so it's, again, the judge was not speaking up in this. So we established now that if you are an assassin, you are never guilty. Because, you know, the people that hire you, they are guilty. Not you. Because you only do your job, right? And you do your job good, right? Like, you're not a moron. You like go and stabby stab, and you're never guilty because you are a professional and you have this occupation? Oh, good to know. How much was the fee again? Like, can I learn this profession now? Like, what? Good. Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you want to say this? Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm learning professional assassinism now. Goodbye. Big fat roll of cash, Mr. Judge Man. Pff, no, I'm out of here. I can pay my bills and my rent now. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. I try to make things easy. My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased, with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. While pretending, okay, let's go. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you I have no intention of using your service ever. The judge was like, I have you. I will. Let's go. From the very beginning. That is correct. From before my client visited the room, all of my clients know precisely what the situation is all the time. At all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. That's odd. Why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Engard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill. That is all. And to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take their fall. To take the fall. Okay. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. As in you plan to continue? I must. as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become a forceful successor. Actually, how would you like a new life? Yeah, I would take the new life. I would take the new life. I would be yes. Let's go. Excuse me? No. I'm fine, really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man that judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? A new life as Knife. Yeah! Knife the killer. And I leave a knife on every crime scene because everybody knows knives are not real. Do I enjoy this? No. Is this interesting? No. But do I do it anyway? Yes. You know, it's like to be an assassin. It's like the same thing basically. All I can do now is expose their lies. That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for your client, right? I am so confused. What? Phoenix, shut up with thinking now. This makes me infurious. No, no. You want your client to be found guilty because he is a guilty man. And this is okay. And you know that. Was this the how odd thing? That's odd. That's odd. She knew from the very beginning he was dead. Is this true, though? I guess not. Try the wine glass, huh? Maybe. Yeah. Thank you very much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adriana Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Swan Corrida had been murdered. See in the wine glass because of the fingerprinties. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. Your Honor! The glass. Mr. the Killer supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured from the victim. Glass! But isn't that just a part of Andrea Andrews' calculated plan? Ah, dude. No, dude! It's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planted, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. Or planted. I see your point, Mr. Edgeworth. What is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? Why didn't you object then, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, you know, this is a very one-sided courtroom, I guess. I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adriana Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Kurida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Andrea Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes. Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we are up to, we're in real trouble. In real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Ah. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, oh, he's like the weak man's excuse. He's like doing this now. Good. Anyway, I am positive there is a contradiction in the testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Ah, sorry, you know. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. Oh, yeah, right now? Okay, yes. While we wait for the item the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Maybe we should, like, you know, get to the point here. Because I'm, like, getting tired of this. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. Okay, good. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.